make $1 million from $1, it was dummy love. The first job I ever applied for was Finish Line. The opposite, she want me to fly, so I copped the jet. So YBN has dropped his sophomore album. His debut album, The Lost Boy, ended up being one of my favorite albums of 2019. I think the soulful production and relatability that Cordae brings on that album really pushes him above the average rapper, along with some amazing features as well. In the middle of last year, Cordae dropped a 4-song EP that I thought was really solid and got me pumped for this album. But ever since then, he's been dropping singles that just don't grab my attention. Super and Sinister just sound rushed. Maybe in the context of the album, it will grow on me. I like the 12-song approach he's taking with this album, and the features are super interesting as well. I'm especially excited for track 11, which features Freddie Gibbs and Stevie Wonder. I'm not even gonna try to butcher the name on track number 1, but it's the intro.
When I was 9, that my first time I held a 9. Put it on God, man, it must have been a show me how to work it just in case a nigga run up.
Is this YBN? Cordae, I'm sorry. Cordae. Damn. Sounds so grand with like the orchestra in the background. That's a good intro. I'm assuming that's younger Cordae, and if it is, I think that's a really original intro. It kind of sets the stage for the bird's eye view theme. We could say that Cordae is having a bird's eye view on his younger self and just his life and how he's gotten to the point where he's at now. I'm assuming throughout this album there's going to be a lot of reminiscing and looking forward as well. Track 2 is Jean-Michel or Jean-Michael. Oh wow. I got instant Anderson .Paak vibes from this instrumental. I honestly think this is why some people don't like Cordae. Some of the stuff he says demands your respect, and if he doesn't have your respect, he just sounds really full of himself and super cocky. For me, I don't mind it, but there are some times where it gets a little out of hand. I'm just trying to get my point across, and on my mama, I will die for the right cause. What is that instrument? Death is the greatest surprise? I honestly really like this song so far, but you really didn't need to throw in that line. Oh, Super's on this album. There's definitely a lot to unpack with that song, and I definitely did not catch everything that he was saying, but from what I can gather, he's tackling themes of power and death, which is definitely no easy task, so props to him for being pretty ambitious on the first song. But I really don't know why Super's on this album. I just re-listened to it, and thoughts are still the same. The flow is pretty unoriginal. The instrumental doesn't match the energy he's bringing. I do like the Kanye-style outro, but it just doesn't fit with the rest of the song. Track number 4, Momma's Hood. This sounds so much more polished than the singles. The instrumental on this song is leagues better than what we just saw in Super. I ain't playing with you niggas, boy, I'm playing for keeps. Kendrick vibes? Definitely some Good Kid, Mad City inspiration here. I'm not complaining, hey, I'm not complaining. The smartest nigga who had dropped out, fuck your graduation. I think that shit a fucking scam. Somebody had to say it. Should I had to find a way out? Lost too many niggas with it. Not a college right now. I ain't talking too much, I only say what I mean. I bring the whole city out. This is why people don't like you, Cordae. Putting it that blunt in lyric isn't going to sway anyone that already doesn't like you to be like, oh no, he's just saying what he needs to say. Oh, I was totally wrong for thinking he's like a prick. I don't see the point in addressing it. If you're gonna do it, do it. You're an artist, you are a celebrity. Your business is not really your business. You're making money off sharing your business. So, Cordae, I like this song so far, but you just need to just stop. And now my nigga dead and gone. Shed these tears till I pin this song. Should've got him out, I'll right my wrong. The funeral was too much. I couldn't show my face. Instead, I was riding through my mama hood. The song is just so unfocused. Like, it's trying to be a Kendrick-inspired song, honoring the death of his friend. But at the same time, he's comparing this album to his last album. He's telling his haters that he's just saying what he needs to say. That stuff doesn't belong in this song. Make a sentimental song that people can relate to. The thing is, I know he's gonna keep on talking about his haters and comparing this album to last album or his other work. So why repeat it on a song that already has a central theme and story? Track number 5, Want From Me. 90s? Well, okay, we might have something special on our hands here. What do you want from me? Is it ever enough? That is so catchy. Why'd you open with that? Why'd you open with men and women are quite different? Where are you going with this? Mother nature and father time, moonlight and sunshine. Everything's interconnected and it's all by design. If you ask me to express myself, that's gonna be a challenge. When I bought that Birkin bag, I had to ask my accountant. All you do is express yourself. Bad decisions will derive. We both share the same problems. We got too much pride. What do you want from me? Yeah, I agree, Cordae. What do you want from me? Is it ever enough? In terms of getting head, I was the head of my classes. Game to my gang like the feds and harassment. Why did you include that line? Oh my god, that sounds so good. I can't even be mad. Instrumental and hook on that song, 10 out of 10. I really like the first verse. Second verse almost killed the song for me. I think Cordae needs to be careful with what he's saying because he is contradicting himself so much at this point that it's getting a little bit ridiculous. I'm really scared about this next song. I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz. Track number 6, Today, featuring Gunna. In The Lost Boy, the bangers and the more soulful tracks still had some resemblance of each other, but here I think there's much more of a split between the production style. There's definitely a lack of connectiveness. The instrumental's pretty good, but there's just no energy. Everything feels so lazy, like they're asleep at the wheel, especially Gunna. Track number 7, Interlude. Why is that its own song? Just put that at the end of Today. Track number 8, C. Carter. Oh. This instrumental's so good. Don't say some stupid shit on this, please. It sounds so nostalgic. And his lyrics are perfectly fitting that too. It's a good line. That's a good line, Cordae. Okay, listen to these proverbs, the odd words we call rap music that took me all across the globe. Watch people react to it. I put your head on the swivel, wear my heart on the sleeve, but just breathe. That's a good verse, Cordae. That was a good verse. He did it. Yes. Yes. Let's go. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want from a Cordae song. I think the only thing that could have been improved on realistically is the hook, introspective verses, amazing instrumental, decent hook. Good job, Cordae. Track number 9, Sinister. I've already heard this one. Really forgettable. It just feels like he mashed 2 albums together. There's songs like Super, Today, and Sinister that have no resemblance to songs like Jean-Michel, Mama's Hood, Want From Me, and C. Carter. They're completely different. For the last 3 songs, I hope we stay away from the generic rapidy rap beats. Track number 10, Chronicles, featuring H.E.R. and Lil Durk. Interesting combination. I'm on this world, and I'm not sure where my heart is headed. And if you left me now, I know how far I regret it. No, my time is precious. Hey, head up and Leontay, put tell me you know I've been traveling around these crossroads. Yes, the energy is here. If I fucked up, I'm sorry. His 50 racks for the stress. Not easy to impress. H.E.R. is gonna kill this song. But I can't waste no time, you know my time is precious. Oh my god. Usually I would say H.E.R. should have just taken over all the hook, but I think Cordae did a pretty good job with his singing. Lil Durk's verse was great. Cordae's verse was great. H.E.R.'s contribution was great. The beat was pretty good. I think the instrumental could have used something a little more though. Another instrument or something just to give it a little more depth. But other than that, great song. Track number 11, Champagne Glasses. I'm excited for this one. That instrumental is beautiful. Wow. 15 was in them handcuffs for paraphernalia. Everybody celebrating with their champagne glasses. I'm just sitting for the pain as I'm touring the country. Champagne pain. Okay, Cordae, good job. That's the hook? I don't know about that hook, guy. Oh, what the fuck? Freddie, why? Oh my god, his flow is amazing. Why is this the hook? It's so boring. Little beat switch. The sax, oh my god. Honestly, pretty split on that song. I thought Cordae's verse was great. The second part of Freddie's verse was great. The instrumental was amazing and the outro was amazing. But Freddie had some cringe bars. The hook was just bleh. Time will tell if I can ignore those aspects or not. Track 12, final track, Westlake High. Ooh, sample. That's not where I was expecting that was gonna go. I love the production on this song.
I went to Westlake High where death rates rise, and some people go on to waste the rest of their lives. I go back every now and then to check their vibes, but still I ride. Yeah.
Beat scratch.
I'ma be doing this music shit at the absolute highest level for a long ass time, man.
Really good outro. I think it could have used another verse. I feel like he's trying to tell two stories, but feels like he has to include stuff that is popular in today's rap. Songs like Super Today, Sinister, just don't fit on this album at all. And even worse, they're bad. Features were hit or miss. Really liked H.E.R, Lil Durk, Freddie Gibbs, and Stevie Wonder's contribution, but Gunna just sounded uninterested, and Lil Wayne was not very memorable. But I did really enjoy a lot on this album. I thought the intro was really creative and had some good orchestra backing it up. Jean-Michel was pretty lyrically ambitious, setting up all these themes that he kind of explored on some of the songs. Mama's Hood was a good homage to Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City. Want For Me had arguably the best hook and instrumental on the entire album. H.E.R brought back the relatability from the Lost Boy that this album desperately needed. Chronicles was pretty catchy with some great singing from Cordae and H.E.R. Also had a great verse from Cordae and a great feature from Lil Durk. Champagne Glasses had amazing production, pretty good Freddie verse, a great Cordae verse, and some amazing contribution by Stevie Wonder. And I thought Westlake High gave us a good send-off. Overall, I enjoyed more than half of the songs on this album, but it definitely suffers from a lack of focus. A lot of the themes that he set up with the album cover, the title, the intro track were never really touched on throughout the record. And even if they were, Cordae didn't always follow them up with great lyrics. The shift in production from the soulful songs to the bangers was not a smooth one. And I honestly think all three of the harder hitting songs could have been replaced. Cordae sits on this double-edged sword for the most of the album, where on one side he's trying to be this spiritually driven, humble guy who's just helping out his friends, family, and close ones, while on the other side he's being egotistical and gloating a lot, and referencing his haters and why people don't like him in song. Lets everyone know that the hate does get to his head, otherwise he wouldn't be addressing it. Anyway, I think Cordae still has a bright future ahead of him. He shows it through his production and outstanding ideas that he has. It's more the execution that is the issue. I think he's a very creative person. If he just focused in sonically and lyrically on a couple of themes, I think this album could have been so much better. It's a decent album with great ideas and a lack of focus. I'd probably give this album a strong 7, but who knows, it might grow on me a little more over time. I think that's all I have to say. Happy 2020. Hope everyone had a great start to their year. See y'all in the next video. Peace out.